Welcome back to Showreel. Spring Breakers sees Disney stars Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens swap sing-alongs for beer bongs in Harmony Korine's coming-of-age Hollywood debut. The film tells a story of 4 college girls as they plan to fund their spring break getaway by robbing a fast food shack. But that's only the beginning.
At a motel room rager, fun reaches its legal limit and the girls are arrested and taken to jail. In a strange turn of events, they're bailed out by a hustling gangster, Alien, played by James Franco, who takes the party animals under his wing and into the vast criminal world. As the young friends are seduced by the suave and dangerous gangster, it becomes unclear on how far they'll have to go to have an unforgettable spring break.
This is more than just spring break. We're getting out of here. Searching to see something different.
Hi, Grandma. Having so much fun here. So nice to get a break from reality for a little while. I'm starting to think this is the most spiritual place I've ever been. Everyone was so warm and friendly. Feels as if the world is perfect.
Spring break, y'all!
Like it's never gonna end.
That's the dream, y'all. That's the American dream.
Who are you?
My name's Alien. Gangsta.
You girls is different from the rest. I knew y'all was special from the moment I saw you. It's in your eyes. It's written on your faces.
Pretend like it's a video game.
Wanna have some fun?
Oh my God!
Let's cause some trouble. Live life to the fullest.
This isn't the end. The end of the dream. Don't worry.
Break, bitches!
That has to be every parent's worst nightmare.
Agreed.
I'm pumped for this film.
No, Bridget, you are not pumped for this film. This film is so bad for so many different reasons. Why are you pumped?
Everyone seems to think that, you know, it's pushing the envelope too much, but it's directed by Harmony Korine. You know, he's renowned for his grimy cult classics. It's what he's about. That's his shtick. Converse is his thing.
Why is he casting Disney girls?
That's the whole thing. It's like part of the controversy. It's pushing the envelope. It's
a social experiment, is what he says.
Yeah, I mean, it's challenging people's perceptions.
Yeah, he's saying if these girls weren't in this movie, would he have made, you know, as much of a big deal? But he has cast them, so, you know.
I think this is an absolute disaster waiting to happen, and I tell you a couple of things. Firstly, if this was a movie not about spring break, but about schoolies on the Gold Coast, everybody would be upset. People would have a lot to say about it.
I mean, it's a different age group though. Spring break, you're looking at 21 plus. I mean, that's what the film's geared towards. Whether or not people under 21 go to spring breakers is irrelevant, because the film really is geared at people who are 21 and over.
So I would imagine that when this film comes out, it's going to have all the Selena Gomez fans, it'll have all the Disney girl fans. If Selena and Justin Bieber are still together, all the Bieber fans. Yep. What kind of example is this movie setting?
I mean, I think that's a stretch though, to assume that girls are going to go to this movie and then rob a bank. You know, I watched Thor in grade 10, but I'm yet to kidnap anyone and hold them to ransom.
Yeah, maybe not rob a bank, but what about the drinking, the sex, the drugs,
the guns? Selena Gomez came out and said, I love holding a gun. I mean, they've got enough problems in the US with gun laws as it is, without teenage girls running around wanting to find one to hold it to experience, you know, what their idol has experienced in, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. What do you think this is going to do for underage drinking, or not just underage drinking, but binge drinking in general? Do you think that this movie is sending a message?
It's not just binge drinking though. It's coke, it's weed, it's, you know, every drug reference under the sun, and yeah, she's like doing a lot of troublemaking stuff. So it's
I mean, the whole movie though, it's a reflection of society. Like, they literally went to spring break. The extras are all people who are on spring break. They're all drunk, they're all naked. So I don't think it's going to influence people to do things that they're clearly already doing.
So let me get this right. In the background of the movie, all of the extras are actually on spring break. 500
extras were taken from actual spring breakers.
That's got to be a director's nightmare.
Yes. But it's not the first time that it's happened. They do it all the time in things like the OC and, you know, like things like Euro Trip and Sex Drive and those types of movies. They just take it straight out of, you know, life. pretty much. You're right on that. It is a reflection of life.
Right.
But at the same time, these girls don't seem to. The Selena Gomez character seems to be a staple. Like she's like doesn't seem to be.
Yeah, she's the moral compass throughout the film. So for all the Selena Gomez fans out there,
they won't be disappointed.
They won't be disappointed. She is. She's the moral voice throughout the whole thing. She's the one who has the cathartic sort of experience at the end.
I just think make good choices, girls. Make good choices.
That would be good.
And I just don't see a lot of good choices being made in this movie.
Well, her mum pushed her into this. Well, not pushed her, but suggested the film.
I think it's just a good transition for them. You know, they've been Disney their whole lives. So they're reaching a point where it's time to sort of shed the Disney image and move into more adult films. I think it's a great film to move into that kind of area.
But there's a big difference between this and Twilight. I mean...
and this is not exactly the path less travelled. Lindsay Lohan travelled this path.
Yeah.
Britney Spears travelled this path. They went from the nice, innocent, Mickey Mouse, Disney kind of girls, and they went down this path. So, I don't know, is that a glimpse of Selena's future?
I don't think so, no.
Britney Spears? Oh, I don't know.
So, the film is not out yet. It's scheduled to come out very shortly.
Yes, it's supposed to coincide. It doesn't have an actual release date. It was initially released for September 2012, but that's obviously been pushed back to be released like with the actual spring break in America.
And Selena Gomez is releasing an album in April, so...
Oh, how coincidental. How coincidental.
Yes, that's right.
So, look, I don't think that I will be lining up at the box office to see this. No. Bridget, I know that you will
I've already bought my tickets.
Bridget's pre-booked tickets. She's got her seat selected.
I kind of want to go now just to, you know, see
I'm so pumped for it. I don't understand why people aren't pumped for it.
Well, James Franco in this is just playing such a ridiculously different character to things like Oz and things
I think it's a lot darker than the trailer makes it out to be. I mean, it is directed by Harmony Korine. He's kind of renowned for the darker sort of movies that do push the envelope a lot. So I don't think it's going to be your typical spring break movie. I think there's a lot more to it that, you know, it's hard to fit into a 1 minute 30 trailer.
Right.
And Amanda raises a really good point. We've just seen James Franco come out of The Wizard of Oz, or out of Oz the Great and Powerful, sorry, and then he goes into spring break. Surely no, we're not expecting to see the Wizard at spring break. Do you think that there's any concern for actors who transition from one movie directly into another movie in such different characters, or do you think that can only do good things for them?
Not when you're being paid $7 million a movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And
that's true.
When they're so good at what they do as an actor or actress, I mean... that there was talk on set that James Franco worked on, and it was just a completely different ball game. You know, I mean, he's got the weave and he's like, dollar bills, y'all. So, and everyone's just like, yep, righto, we know who he is.
Actually based on a rapper called Riff Raff. He does exist. He is a real person.
There you go. I've never seen so many grills and bikinis. And it'll be an interesting movie.
Guns in the air. I'm just like, oh, okay.
That's it. Well, if we had to rate it before it came out, if we had to rate it purely based on the trailer, hold on, Bridget, because I know you want to give out your 5. Amanda, what are you going to give this?
I give it a 1.
1 out of 5?
Yeah.
Oh, Bridget, I also give it a 1.
I'm giving it a 5 to push up the score.
So it gets an average of 2. Well, no doubt it will cause a lot of controversy. Whether or not it ends up being a good movie or a bad movie, it will be talked about.
We're talking about it now, so it's done its job.
That's it. It's already done its job and it's not even out. So we'll see how it goes then. Well, that's all we have time for this week, but we will be back at the same time next week for another episode of Showreel and with another special guest, Chris Anderson. We'll see you then.